Folks, it's Brian again. I know I haven't posted on this channel in a while. Um, there's some reasons for that, but in this video, I want to talk about kind of the elephant in the room, and that is that Avanti announced a couple of days ago, on October 31st, that Cherwell Service Management is end of life as of December 31st, 2026. It's a little more than 3 years in the future. Um, but now that we know there's a date, Cherwell is not going to be supported after that date. It's time to start planning what those next 3 years are going to look like. Um, so, a couple tips, and then followed by some things that I'm going to start doing, and opportunities that I'll make available to you, so that you can uh, ease that transition, make those next 3 years go as smoothly as possible. So my first recommendation is get a backup of your database. If you're in the cloud, if you're one of the hosted customers, get a database backup as soon as possible. Um, Also, plan to get one, you know, as late as possible as well. Um, but certainly get one now, and start getting them regularly as you start this transition. Make sure that you have a reasonably up to date copy of your database, um, so that you can start making the transition, planning out how you're going to leverage that historical data, if at all. Um, and it is your data, right? You have every right to have that data. You should have that data. For legal and compliance reasons, you probably have to have that data anyway. So make sure that you have your ducks in a row. Make sure you start getting that data. Second thing is reach out to your implementation partner. Um, if you went through a Cherwell partner, that's perfect. Reach out to them. If you're already working with them on something, make this a part of the projects that you're already working on. If you haven't worked with an implementation partner, um, there are several who are out there. They are still, doing what they've done, who would be more than willing to help you through this process. If you need a recommendation on one, and I'm not playing favorites, I just happen to have talked to Mike Fuson over at Excalibur Data today. Um, they're a great team. They really know their stuff. Again, not that anyone else doesn't, but I've worked pretty closely with them before. Um, I really like what they're doing with some of the other tools that they've started working with. Um, I know that they have a process in place. They're working with the customers that they've been working with, um, to help plan out this transition. They were also one of the earliest Cherwell partners from back in the very beginning, maybe the very first. I'm not entirely sure about that, but they have been with Cherwell a long time. They really know their stuff. They have all their ducks in a row. Um, they'd be great people to work with through this transition. Um, and then finally, don't wait too long to plan out what you're going to do. Yes, it's 3 years in the future, but those 3 years are going to go like that. Um, Realistically, that first year, if you wait that long, um, by the end of that first year, you should know exactly what you're going to be doing so that you can spend the second year doing it. And then that last year is, uh, just buffer, right? In case something goes wrong, you have a little bit of extra time before Cherwell just completely gets turned off for you. So that's a rough timeline. It's convenient that 3 years, three phases to the project. You know, do what makes sense for your organization. Work with your implementation slash transition partner. Um, Start now. Start planning now. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and what options I have available to you all. Um, First off, like I said, get your data. If you need help figuring out what to do with that data, or you need help putting an interface on top of that data, again, some of these partners, they have processes that they're going to start putting into place. Um, go with them. If you need something a little more complex, if you need something a little more custom, let me know. More than happy. Um, the I'm happy to build custom code on top of an existing database. That's something that I've done in the past, and it just helps that I happen to be familiar with how Cherwell works. Um, and again, there might be other partners who can do that as well. The second thing that I'm planning to do uh, is if you want a little more interactive system. So um, not just a way to access the data and get at historical records in a way that's a little bit more advanced than just writing SQL queries, or a little more user friendly than just writing SQL queries. That's still option number one. Option number two, if you want to start building, uh, you know, an advanced lookup tool or something like that. Again, every company is different, every workflow is different. Um, Happy to go down that road as well if you want something that's a little more custom, a little more robust, but still, essentially operating on the same uh, data, or pulling that data into another system that does the same sort of thing, right? If you want to stick Elasticsearch on top of it, sure, I can help you do that. That's option two. Option number three is I still have all the Slingshot ITSM code. Uh, it's it works. There are a couple of rough edges that need to be polished off. It was using an old version of Vue.js. I'm getting into details here. Um, a couple things need to be upgraded to so that it can actually feel like a modern app and work as well as it ever did. Um, but that's an option. It was designed to have very similar capabilities to what Cherwell has. And I've never used Avanti, but maybe what Avanti might have as well. Um, but that's an option if some of the other ITSM products that are out there don't really cut it for you. ServiceNow maybe is a little too expensive. Some of the cheaper options like Jira Service Desk, Freshdesk, um, Zendesk, whatever. Maybe they don't have all the capabilities, all the customizability that you're looking for. Let me know. I've got a great starting point. I'm probably further along than anyone else would be in the space. If someone decided today they were going to build a new ITSM product um, that to fill a similar market space as Cherwell did, I'm 3 years ahead of them. I have the code. Um, Let me know. You can be, one of the very first customers to, make a radical change in the ITSM space. Let's do it. Um, it's a space that excites me. I think there's a lot of opportunity there, um, and every company is just a little bit different. And I do think there's an opportunity for the market that isn't being filled by all the big players that you've heard of, right? Because they're focused on their very specific aspects. Um, so let me know what your unique constraints are, why you went with Cherwell in the first place, and why you stuck with them. Some of the things you were hoping they would do. Let's have a conversation. Um, and happy to pave that road for you, bring you along on that journey. So, I think that's it for this video. Short and sweet. Hopefully it was short. Haven't looked at the time. But if you have questions, shoot me an email. Don't necessarily leave a comment down below. I will check comments on this video, and I think it'll email me when comments come in. But shoot me an email, bparks@synapsesoftware.com, bparks@bryantparks.me. If you're connected with me on LinkedIn, shoot me a message on LinkedIn. I'm not going to list my cell number on YouTube, but if you have my cell number, go ahead and give me a call, leave a message. Um, let's talk. Obviously, I don't want you to be left in the lurch with this kind of sudden announcement. Let's make this transition as painless as possible, and let's get you set up, on the right foot, moving forward, and get you something that'll serve you, ideally decades to come, but at least for the next few years. Um, right? Um, let's figure it out. Um, I'm gonna end this video here. Let me know. Send me a message. Look forward to talking to you all.